Good evening, and welcome to Where's My Sage, a taste of the universe. I'm Mike with my co-host, Christy. And how are you this evening?
Good evening. I'm okay. How are you? The question
is,
how are you?
Yeah. Still recovering from surgery from last week, and wishing I was in this location. Or
are we all wishing
Disney, but yeah. I'm still... I know how to get to this location. Yeah.
You know what? Sorry, I'm on to something else now. Your mom's going to make my night. I can see it already. She's already starting. I love it. Hi, Michelle.
Always good when your parents chase you around. You should be here in a few minutes to turn around and find us.
Good evening, everybody. How is everyone out in Sageland? I don't even know what else to say. What else to call that?
It's around the table, and
the universe.
Well, yeah, it's the universe, but they're around our table. They're sampling what we're giving them. So
that's right.
Actually,
hopefully they don't get food poisoning or anything.
Yeah. So, hello, Lori.
Hello.
I'm just going to kind of click on down here, and hello, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine.
Hello, Nicole. Hello.
Hi, Debbie.
From Debbie.
Oh man, that's got to be you. All right. So anybody who's not new here, anyone who's familiar with how I work. Oh my God, it's Joyce. Debbie, Joyce is here already. So I was meditating before the show, and Debbie is a client of mine.
Hey.
And I've worked with her for a bunch of years now, right? And so as I was meditating, anyone who knows me knows, especially before a show or something like this, I usually offer information, and that's how we do my shows and my parties and things like that. Spirit's already talking to me before we start, and then we kind of go from there. So, hi, Dad.
So I'm clicking on hello so she can talk. So we're just going to say hello to everybody. And
so I heard the name Debbie. Like, here's my notes. And I'm like, Debbie, that's kind of broad in general. Debbie. That's what I heard. Heard name Debbie. And then there was something else that happened to me during dinner while I was eating dinner. So, Debbie, this is for you. Joyce says, yes, I'm here. And yes, I heard you. Yes. And I miss Joyce. I knew Joyce too. And yeah, they are some cool ladies, and we had some fun. And so I might as well just throw it out there now while Mike's doing his thing and getting all of his stuff together on the other side there. I also picked up on something else. I had a man with me while I was eating. Oh, and a big happy birthday to my nephew, Sammy, today. Today's his birthday. He turns 15. So over at my sister's today, you know, she was getting pizza from my most favorite pizza place. So that's what I got for dinner tonight too. So, you know, I'm eating my pizza, right? And what happened? I wanted something sweet. No, anyone who knows me knows sweet means pie, hot tamales, cake. Shut up, Mike.
Apple crisp.
Thank you, but I had my fill. I already ate that all weekend. However, so the funny thing was, I wanted something sweet, and I'm like, oh, cripes, I don't really have anything sweet in the house. And I wanted an apple. All of a sudden, I wanted an apple, and that actually is what I wanted for my dessert. And if you hear the high pitched barking, that's Max outside because the guys are getting home from hunting. So I apologize. So yeah, I was like, an apple. Yeah, but I really want an apple. So I went and got an apple. And then all of a sudden I had this man with me, and he's like easily 6'3". He's probably around in his 60s. He has like white hair. It's clean cut. He is tall. He stands at attention. His whole demeanor and his energy just scream, and just in a pleasant way, though. Like, you just look at him and he commands attention and respect, but he is pleasant and comforting and happy. And he even made me put caramel on my apples. That had nothing to do with me or my sweet tooth at all. But it was like the whole time I was eating that and getting myself ready, he was just had the biggest smile on his face. and he was just loving life. But you could tell he was like probably military, law enforcement, something along those lines, because his mere presence commanded attention, just the way he carried and held himself. And by the look on your face, Michael, over there, I'm going to say you might or might not be connecting with that.
I got some ideas.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, and he wasn't dressed in any particular way, but, anyone who's done this before, who at least has worked with me, also knows that, in a venue like this, one message can actually mean something to multiple people. So you're killing me. That's awesome. So we will transition into the next part of things in 1 second. So it was, this could mean a lot of things to a lot of people tonight, but there was an actual gentleman who came and paid me a visit and had me eat apples, probably because my fat butt needed something healthy to eat instead of junk food. So if anyone can relate to that as well, that any confirmation would be very helpful. So I'm going to just roll right into the next.
Yep.
Because the messages we got going on in the back here. Tonight's guest.
Okay. You had follow.
No, what do you want to say? Go ahead.
We will be bringing tonight's guest in. We are doing readings, and I'll let you bring. But I see some questions already in the chats. Remember, we're coming to you from 8 different locations tonight. So please like, share, subscribe, and I will try to go in order and get everybody. Again, you may not see the messages because they may be coming up in a different format. We're coming to you from Christie's business page, Where's My Sage, Tactical Bigfoot Research, WLFE DB Radio, our guest, Perfect Picture Mind, public page.
Oh my God, did he just butcher that?
Yeah, I know. I butcher everything.
She's laughing at you. Yeah. Where's Josh?
Yeah, bringing her on. So Lindsay's business page, YouTube, and Periscope tonight. So again, if you don't see your message pop up right away, please don't ask it multiple times. I just have to get that disclaimer out of the way at the beginning.
One of many.
For entertainment purposes, but please like, share, subscribe, hit the YouTube button. Yes. I'll let you bring Lindsay on, but please just ask that question once because it goes into the roll and then I will lose the question and we may not get to it. So I don't want to lose anybody's question. So,
yeah.
Okay.
So are you done now? Can I talk?
Yeah, you can talk. Yep.
So as you all know, tonight was scheduled, a regularly scheduled reading show. And we had so much fun with last week's guest, and she ended up doing some tarot readings as well. So I invited her to come and join forces with me and read with me tonight. And we're really excited. Her name is, what's her face? What? No. Lindsay Anamico from Picture Perfect Mind.
What did I do?
So bring her on any other time. You bring her on before we're done. Hi, Lindsay.
She's used to me.
Hi, guys. Already a bunch of fun.
Yes.
Always. So how was your week?
It was good. Well, actually, it wasn't so good. I was ill. I was a little sicky with a cold. But now I'm feeling better.
Good.
And I think I was just run down from the move. So
probably
a little rest.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm
What's
good.
That?
I know. My body's like, what is this? Like, we're slowing down now? Just in time for our show. I'm so excited. I'm already, as you were like,
coming back on.
No. A little bit, but it's fun.
There's nothing there. It's great.
I just have to say I've been craving apples this whole week, and I keep forgetting to get them.
Ooh.
This entire week, apples.
Ooh.
So,
well, we went apple picking. We took my youngest nephew. It was fun. But boy, are they already almost picked over though. Holy cow. Yeah. Well, I guess it is almost the end of the season, but
yeah.
I think they should grow a little bit more for us, but whatever.
Need some apples in our lives. I also, I don't know if this has to do with, this will probably come out later, but I think you said Joyce was like, yes, I heard you. And as I was shuffling my decks, 2 yeses came out at the same time. So this could also be a theme, like you said, throughout the night if people are asking questions, but I just wanted to share that as well.
Thank you. Thank you. And, some people don't realize, it's not always easy to work with other people, other mediums, other psychics. Hi, Melody.
Hi, Melody.
Oh, this is nothing. Just wait.
Oh, we're going to be laughing a lot tonight.
Oh, yes. But honestly, I've worked with people who, we don't work well together, and it's not a personality thing. It's not because you like them or don't like them. It's your energy. It's how your gifts work. So I've worked with people who, we could work together, but we had to be on complete opposite sides of the room. If we got too close, the energy was blocked. I've worked with people where we complement each other real well, just like you and I do. Where I pick up on one thing or one person and they pick up on somebody or something totally different. So we could either complement each other, in the way where we're building on what one is saying and picking up on the same things, or something totally different from each other. So it's kind of neat when you have two people doing the readings, because you never know what's going to come out, or because our gifts work so differently, even if they're similar. So yeah, tonight's going to be very interesting.
I know. I'm so excited. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
It's going to be really, I'm already feeling the messages coming through, and I feel like, and it's not that I'm a medium, but I feel like typically, and maybe this is where my skill set is, but I typically connect more to the divine guidance, like source. You always say that comes from your right side, and I feel like I tend to say that as well. But then all of a sudden a name will come through or whatever. Yeah. So I think like I know you do both beautifully, but I'm just so impressed always when you're like, I see a man and he's 6'3", and I'm like, I hope I get there someday. So I think
okay.
Really
do we
good.
need to go through this again?
No.
Okay.
I'm just here to click buttons.
Mike, you are on the same level. You are on the same level, if not more.
Yeah.
Wow. Mom's word.
Yep.
So, I'm glad you're. What's that?
I'm a button pusher.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're a button pusher. All right. I was like, hey, how are you feeling today? Oh, I fell out of bed. I'm like, what the hell? You fell out of bed? He goes, no. But I kind of stumbled. I'm like, oh my God, you're killing me. No, I misunderstood. He didn't actually fall out of bed. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to ship some bubble wrap out that way. Make your life
oh my God.
Ice packs around. I'll get through this surgery. So.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, it's crazy. You're worse than my kids. So, it's getting warm in here already.
It's really hot. My ears are burning.
How red my ears are?
Look.
Yeah.
Yep. That means they want to go, everybody.
Also my left shoulder. I don't know. Someone's like pinching my left shoulder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're getting up close and personal.
Yeah, I think we're ready though. I mean, did you want me to share about Picture Perfect Mind again?
Yes, tell you wanted me a little bit about your business first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please do.
I am a mindset coach. I help people to really discover what we can change internally to affect our external environment, to connect to our creative power, remembering, oftentimes I think we get into victim mode because there's so much that happens in our life. Look at this year in particular. It can be like, this thing happened to me, then this thing happened to me. And you just really get in that hole. And I really seek to remind people of who they are, a true remembrance of our essence, our energy, why we came to this world, what we are here to accomplish. And so I work one-on-one with people. I do stress reduction for businesses. I have a membership box. And so I do a plethora of things. And of course, I also do card readings. And I just got certified as a spiral practitioner, which is an energy healing modality. So I do a little bit of the whole spectrum.
Yes, you do. Very cool. So if people want to get a hold of you, how can they do that?
So you can follow me on Facebook, Picture Perfect Mind. You can email me at pictureperfectmind@gmail.com. You can add me on Facebook. That's totally fine by me, and shoot me a message, Lindsay Anamico. You can check out my website, pictureperfectmind.com.
And I'll be putting those, or put the website up momentarily here.
Hopefully. He clicks buttons better than he speaks, so it's all good. I had to make sure I move my screen so you could see my light. So just a few things before we get started. Please keep in mind, everybody, that Mike does really, as much as he takes our crap, and he really is a good sport about it. He does work very hard over there, and he really handles everything very well works very hard to keep everything moving smoothly, and maintains his sparkling, shining personality. Look at that. So sparkling. I think it's a sweat dripping off his forehead, but whatever.
Miserable grump. That's what I am.
All right, we're muting you. Forget you. No. So, but in all seriousness, what we do need you to remember is that, this is a venue where it is hard to validate and it is hard to confirm, but we do appreciate anything you can, any feedback you can give back to us. If ever there is, a message that you receive that you don't understand, please feel free to contact me, and I'm going to offer Lindsay as well if she's the one who gives it to you. Mm-hmm. Is that okay? Okay. Mm-hmm. The next day or the day after, don't wait too long, because it's hard afterwards to kind of remember. I think we both take notes, usually during the shows. We're happy to clarify anything. Sometimes things, you're not thinking about it a certain way, or you're not looking at something from the perspective with which Spirit is offering it. And so that's normal. And when you're one-on-one with us, it's different. It's easier to go through everything and, really we don't have the time to really explain it all and figure it out. So, we don't ever want you to walk away from here, frustrated or thinking that nothing made sense, because we're certainly willing to help you figure it out if that's the case. Okay. So call us, message us, and we'll be happy to do the best we can to do that for you. Keep your minds wide open tonight. Please keep your messages short, your questions short and specific. If it's a paragraph, it's a little too difficult for Mike to read it, keep track of it, because it pushes everything up quickly, but also because we want to get to as many people as we can tonight. Okay. What else, Lindsay? Is there anything you'd like them to know for you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. All right. Everyone's probably like, could you shut up now and start answering our questions?
Yes.
No, I didn't say you. You don't get to say that.
But again, remember, like, share, subscribe. Please share it straight out. Don't use a watch party. If not, folks can't ask us a question. Those questions will stay right in the watch party. And if it's put into some groups, we can't actually see those messages the way Facebook and StreamYard, who we use, sets up. So let's go with our first question. The first one's from Travis. Hey guys, how's this going? I was wondering if my mom has anything new for me. Fran, thanks.
Took my breath away.
Oh, and please, if you have validation on something, please drop it down below. If you feel like you are feeling something that goes along with the message and it's hitting you, let us know. And please just ask that question once. Like I said, I'm coming to you from 8 different locations tonight, so you may not see the questions that I'm seeing here.
Well, I can tell you, took my breath away, and there was something going on in this part of my chest here. I'm also feeling a pressure. Oh, look, she's already yawning.
We burned it out already.
I know. No, it's just when the energy moves through me.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm feeling a feeling in my neck that actually tells me, I feel like your mom is letting you know that you are coming into money soon, whether it's a raise at your job, promotion, a new job, a different job, something of that nature. And now I can't breathe. So I also feel like she had a restriction of some sort here. And I'll also tell you that I can't see her. She's not showing herself to me herself, she's using other ways to communicate with me. So that in and of itself tells me a lot. When spirit connects with me in that way, it tells me a lot about what was going on at the time of their passing. What it means is they were not able to communicate effectively or at all, either 2 minutes before they died or 6 months before they died. It doesn't matter how quickly or how long it took them. She could have even been unconscious altogether. So hopefully you can make that connection as well. I feel like I just need to rest, and I feel like I just want to how about you, Lindsay?
Inflow of abundance. So I totally confirm what you were saying about the raise or new opportunities. And I also feel like you're feeling a bit impatient about this now. You're like wanting something to come through. You've been waiting for it for a long time because you got the strength card. So it's about reminding yourself that you are stronger than you think you are, and not getting frustrated and not getting concerned and not constricting and not allowing opportunities to come to you, because as human beings, we want things to come through like this, right? It's that rush. It's like, yes, but patience and sticking strong to your convictions, and knowing this is coming for you, and just knowing there might be a bit of a delayed outcome. I feel a happy outcome, but I feel like there might be a bit of a delay if you have worries. So continuing to know that's being taken care of. But the second you said inflow of abundance came up, new offers, contracts, things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So best of luck, honey. Thank you so much for your question.
Okay. A couple more hellos. Hello, Micah.
Oh my God.
Linda.
Wait a second. Holy crap. You said her name right.
Cold outside. Hell's freezing over.
Wow.
Hello, Maria.
And the only reason I bust his chops about that, everybody, is because you pronounce it the same as you pronounce his, only with an at the end of it. So that's why I have to, really get on this. It's Micah.
Yeah.
Micah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Please like, share, subscribe. I don't always mess everything up all the time. Just 9% of the time. I'm at 3% of the correction here. Okay, next one.
My ears are burning.
Mine too.
From Denise. Let me know if I see you. Yep, we see you. Yes. Okay.
Hi, Denise.
There was a question.
Hi, Denise.
From Nicole. Really hoping for a message from my mom. Her birthday is today. She passed away in June. I miss her so much. Sorry for your loss.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, I'm getting like a pain and ache in my head. It starts here and it kind of comes down my face this way. Normally when I have a more distinctive pain in this spot, it indicates a stroke or an aneurysm to me. I feel like that's kind of the case, but I feel like at the same time, that's not all there was to it. I'm hearing, okay now, I'm okay now. Like, I feel like there was like a lot of questions about what happened or how things happened or what exactly happened, whatever the case is. But I'm hearing she's saying it doesn't matter. What happened doesn't matter. Like, a lot of those questions you're never really going to get an answer to. So she doesn't want you, and I feel like your brother, to, and that can also mean brother-in-law if you don't actually have a brother, but the person in that position that plays that role to you, she doesn't want you to worry about that stuff. Because you're going to expel too much energy and you're not going to get the answers you're looking for anyway. So don't dwell on it. Life is too short. For sure. Okay, Miss Lindsay, how about you?
Okay. I am just feeling like she had so much love for you. She has so much love for you. I just felt that instantly when I read your message and connected to your energy. The card that you got from her, which makes so much sense if today's her birthday, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. She knows that you're sad. She knows that you're missing her. She knows that, that you're going through it. But she wants you to know that her presence is always surrounding you. I just feel like this card, like the sun is pouring down onto this person, and like she's just this warm ray of sun, always, always with you. And she wants you to celebrate her. She wants you to celebrate you and connect. You also got connect to confidence. So this is just taking a huge toll on you, and she wants you to really live life. She wants you to have fun. She wants you to remember the joy in life. That is what I'm getting from the cards. I'm so sorry for your loss.
You had some confirmation there. We have some confirmation again from Travis, and I got to find it again. At least I got the names right. That's there. But from Travis, she was not vocal near the end. Thank you very much. Hope you guys have a good night. So, always good. A couple of folks popping in now. So, hello, Audrey, and hello, Wendy.
Hi, guys.
So, let's see what we got next here. The next one was from Tom, and I'm trying to get you down to it. From Tom, any messages from you regarding the garden that volunteers and I are restoring in the state park?
Hi, Tom. How about you, Lindsay?
We got stay focused. We got clear and shield your energy.
Yeah, because I'm being told don't do it. Whatever you're involved in there, they don't want you to do it anymore. It's not what you're supposed to be doing. So whether it's something within the project you're doing or the project itself, because at first I felt like it was the actual project itself. But then I feel like the project as a whole could be okay, but something else is deterring you. I also feel and see confrontation between you and another worker. That worker's got to go because they're causing too much trouble. And I feel like that's part of it. I feel like you're struggling with it, but you're also struggling. It's an issue. It needs to be dealt with. I do feel like it's another male. Your guides are saying it's not going to get better until you disconnect from him and you separate him from the situation, meaning, he can't be a part of the project anymore. I feel a lot of anger coming from him. I feel a lot of bitterness. And I feel like that's all he's out for is really a fight. Everything that's said or done, he has an issue with, and it's nothing but confrontation, and it's unhealthy to the rest of the workers, especially is what I'm hearing. Yeah, you're a leader and they're looking to you to correct the situation. If you don't, you're going to lose a lot of people pretty quickly coming up here.
It's just like, as you said, he's a leader. It's just this card confirms that as well. Intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. So it's like you see the good in things, you see the beauty in things, you see the possibility. But yeah, I agree. It's like once you make that decision, then events can and will occur with great speed. It's like listen to your intuition.
So thank you for your question. Best of luck.
Yes, Jen, I know who you are.
Hi, Jen.
Your husband doesn't seem to realize that I'm on live and my
I know, right?
Going up.
Phone keeps going off. I'm like, what the heck? Tune into the show, dudes. Let's go.
We'll play with a thermal camera outside.
This is where the energy is tonight, people.
Right? Telling you.
Folks, like, share, subscribe. We have a contest coming up, and I'm going to put that up there quick. When the ladies are getting turned around, and I'll get the next question. But we over on YouTube and Instagram, we have this great little subscriber giveaway. So when we hit 500 subscribers on YouTube and Instagram, we're going to be doing a Bigfoot research kit. It's got some flashlights in it, some binoculars, tape measure, a couple of cool keychains. We hit 750 subscribers. We're going to be doing, again, a random giveaway. And this is a paranormal research kit. And it's got some flashlights, some keychains, some multi-tools, some stands for your action camera, and a really nice red rock sling bag. Carries all your stuff. I carry a similar bag. And then when we hit 1,000, we have a custom blade from X8 Tactical. It's an X8 Tactical Morgan. It's a 1095 carbon steel with G10 handles and Kydex sheath. And it was designed for getting out there and being out in the woods. So, again, that's over at our YouTube and Instagram. All the details are there. Just got to like and share it. And those are out there. Let's get us another question, and we'll do our commercial from the radio channel. Let's see. The next one is from Nikki. I'd like to know if my grandma Stella has any messages for me. And again, folks, please put as much information as you can in to your questions, because these shows will eventually be put up on iTunes and its Spreaker, Spotify, and all your favorite podcast locations. So, folks, you can listen to it. So if you got to tune out because of work or going to sleep, those shows will be up there. It's always up on YouTube. So later tonight or tomorrow, the show will be up on your favorite podcast, so you can listen to the car or at work. Nobody knows you're listening. Put your earbuds in and go. So, ladies.
It's funny because as he was reading that, I had my pen just kind of like waiting to start, and it literally jumped right out of my hand. Like it was involuntary. It just kind of jumped right out of my hand. So, I'm not quite sure what she's trying to say by doing that. It actually took me by surprise as well. But I'm hearing sit up straight, like I'm slouching forward, like sit up straight, pay attention. God, it's late already. Come on, cut me some slack. Oh my gosh. Time and place. I'm hearing time and place, and now I'm getting itchy. Like right here. And now I'm going to get all red because my skin's very sensitive and I'm fair as it is. So I'm going to start breaking out. So itchy. She wants you to talk, Lindsay.
Okay.
I'm talking to me and pointing to you.
Okay, no problem. So I got 2 cards before you even popped up. You are on the right path. And also the moon. So I'm totally, full disclosure, I'm learning tarot more and more as I go. Typically I use oracle decks, which are more like, the message is clear on the card. Like this is what it is. And I also tap into intuition, but I always I'm like, okay, moon came up right away, and upright, it's illusion, fear, anxiety, and intuition. So I feel like she's saying you are on the right path. She wants you to stop worrying. I actually really, really like her energy a lot. She just wants you to believe in yourself and to begin to recognize how your fears and anxieties are holding you back, because you are absolutely on the right path. Your ego, which is your inner critic, will endlessly try and convince you you've made a wrong turn or don't know where you're going. And that's its job, because we're human beings. But the closer you get to where you're supposed to be, the ego is going to get louder and louder and louder and invoke more fear in you. So I want you to just know you are walking your destined path to happiness and fulfillment. And she doesn't want you to turn back. That's how I'm feeling. Christy, does that seem accurate?
I got news for you. She stopped. She told me what she wanted, and then call you. So good job.
Okay, well,
I have no doubt you're accurate. We don't always get to confirm each other either. That's the tricky part. I trust.
Yeah,
you.
Nikki, let me know if give us some feedback if you can. Thank you for your question.
Yes, thank you very much for your question, honey. Best of luck.
So the next one is from Elaine. Any messages from my spirit guide?
Spirit guide.
I find myself like in your house, in your home. And when that happens, they're trying to show me they want to talk about something that's going on, decisions you have to make, life decisions, changes, transitions, projects, whatever the case is, relationships. Oh, there you go. She's getting I love it.
I'm feeling I'm feeling forgiveness. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. No, I'm glad you said that. Yeah, it's kind of cool that it happened at the same time. I had the conflict. I had one side, you had the other. Like, this is what's going on. This is what needs to happen. I feel like it's a triangle because at first I felt like it was you and your husband or significant other. And then I felt like it was you and your son. And then I feel like it's a triangle. I feel like you're all at odds. You're on the page about some things together, but with other things, you're not. I see your son and then I hear forgive. And I feel like the conflict is more between you and your husband or significant other. And, and I even feel like I need to say in this particular case, an ex-husband, even if they're not together, husband can also be ex, like whoever the dynamic is, or, whoever's involved in this particular dynamic. And you're being reassured it will be okay. It's not going to be what you want. It's not going to happen the way you would want it to happen, but you're going to have to get used to that. But it will be okay the way it's supposed to be okay. You're going to have to learn to live with. And they're not like, you're going to have to. It's just, you got to realize that, as they get older, as life changes, you have to realize that if something doesn't work out the way you want or hope, it doesn't mean it's wrong or not the best thing, Go for it.
Forgiveness came up like this, and then resolution and healing came up reversed, which to me just means that healing and resolution comes via forgiveness and not clinging to the past and not clinging to potential events or, I find myself doing it all the time. Someone told me once, you just connect so much to the past. And at first it made me like super angry. And I was like, no, what does this person know about me? And back off. And I was super triggered. But when we're triggered, it often means, okay, that's true. Right?
Right.
But so I'm just feeling like there might have been something that happened. And your guys are just saying through forgiveness, resolution, and healing. And yeah, I totally agree with Christy. Trust the universe has got your back on this, and you can relax into the knowledge that spirit is in control. So stop trying to control the how. The only thing you have to work on is the forgiveness piece in yourself, because you can't control other people. That's what I'm getting.
Awesome. So thank you very much for the question, Lane.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So before we get hot and heavy into some more readings, because I know we have a lot of questions here, we're going to slip in our commercial for WLFE. And then we will get right into doing some hardcore connecting with spirit. Okay. All right, Michael, take it away.
Rocking it out with WLFE.
Hey everybody, this is Ted from Talk with Teddy and WLFE DB Radio Network. Let's talk about this network for a second. It's very unique and it has different shows with different topics that you won't hear anywhere else. First, let's say our shows cover a wide range of topics. Paranormal to horror, skeptical to believers, and all types of variety shows. You won't be disappointed. In fact, we found, not by the limitations of audio, that we have added video casting as well. Do yourself a favor and check out a show or two. The full schedule is lined up on WLFEDBRadio.com. In fact, there are past shows as well that you can check out. So remember, WLFEDBRadio.com. Now here's a few of the podcast hosts that also carry the WLFE DB Radio brand and shows. Our shows can be heard on Spreaker, Deezer, iHeart, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and more. So check out WLFE-DB.com.
WLFE DB Radio.
Hi, guys, and welcome back. Thank you for that quick little interruption, and we'll get into some more questions here. So last one was 8:03. My little timestamps here are a wonderful little thing to go back and find things.
Remember, while Michael's doing that and looking for the next question, please remember to like us and share, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also for Lindsay, Picture Perfect Mind and Rock Your Fear. Help support us, and we're going to support all of you as much as possible.
And those links are tied in there. And again, don't forget that giveaway. So, and the next one is going to be from Sherry or Cheryl. Hi, Chrissy and Mike. Any messages for me? And this is coming from YouTube. And again, folks, you may not see all the messages popping up because we are coming to you from a couple different locations trying to get that word out there. So we're not missing anybody. Please ask the question once. I think there's my public service announcement for the evening.
My nose keeps itching. And for me, that means you are really worried about something. So your spirit guides are saying that you need to, this is not a situation where you are going to get all the answers. You actually need to follow your gut and trust your intuition. Led this way for a reason. You have to start realizing that you are capable of more, and that not everything is going to be spelled out for you in black and white. And even if something doesn't work out the way you thought or hoped or it should have, doesn't mean that you did the wrong thing. But you keep waiting for a definite answer on something, and you keep waiting for the stars to align, and it's never going to happen. And the longer you wait to make decisions and do what you need to do with the situation, the harder it's going to be, because you're going to have all this murkiness clouding everything. So just bite the bullet and just jump in.
Yeah. I feel like you're really worried. I think you said that. I felt like you were really held down by something. Like I kind of just felt like a weight. The cards that came out for you: retreat, rest, be held. So really take care of yourself throughout all of this. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So don't feel like you're alone in whatever you are going through. You can always call in people to help. Also your guides, of course. Boundaries, set up better boundaries. So you're just getting like a lot of really like straight up advice cards, like take care of your energy, rest, put up boundaries, like be kind to yourself. So if you're worried about something, especially, right, like your body's under stress, you got cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So once again, if you're getting in victim mode, which all of us are constantly because of everything that's happening to us, how is this happening for me? And you're also in the process of releasing contracts, past lives, soul patterns. So knowing this whole thing, whatever is happening in your life, is happening for you, for like this deeper purpose. So there were a lot of cards that just like flew out at once. It was like not happening for a while. And then it was like, we have a lot to say.
That's awesome.
Awesome. And again, folks, if you have any validation, anything, let us know. Please follow us up. Nikki comes back. Thank you, ladies. I just made a huge decision, wavered on it for a while, but I think I'm happier now that I've made it. You're so right. She was the best. So I have no doubts. She was full of energy. Again, we try to go back and confirm where we can go ahead and confirm.
Yes, thank you. She's the best.
So back up here to top. And I went too far. From Candace, I was wondering if you have anything for me for my grandpa Clifford.
Hi, Clifford. Hi.
He hated the reference to Clifford the Big Red Dog, didn't he?
I just hear.
Yeah, I feel like people would make that reference not even to tease him. I feel like more as an adult, just because it was like a cutesy thing they like to do, and he couldn't stand it.
I just heard that. That's so funny.
What you got, Lindsay?
I am feeling like he really wants you to defend your beliefs and decisions, to stand your ground and choose your battles wisely. Events are happening behind the scenes, so it's kind of like when we don't know why things are happening for us. It's about tuning into our intuition, tuning into our power, connecting to our foundation, connecting to the things that we really believe in. And it's also, we got releasing fears that hold us back. And really, you're going through searching for something, a desire to move on, and emotional growth. So this can feel very challenging, right? These are the times where things aren't going easily, but that's when we really have to ground into I feel like it's just about like grounding into your identity. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm hearing. Christy, anything?
He pulled something out of his mouth and it looked like what is that?
Oh, sorry. I was just sharing the cards. I forgot to share the cards as I was talking.
So he pulled something out of his mouth that was like a cigar or a pipe. I also am seeing a mantle over a fireplace. And I feel like you have a display, and I caught a quick glimpse of like an American flag. So I feel like you have things on display, or at least something up there that is significant to him. And he says, I know. And like, I'm aware that you've done this. And then he stands up real tall and proud, and he nods, he kind of like does this, and he's really grateful. And he's saying blessed that you chose to honor him in the way that you did. So that's a wonderful thing. Yes. So thank you so much for your question. Best of luck.
Okay, I'm back.
Nobody whipped anything at your head yet, did they?
No, nothing in my head yet. So
Soon.
the girls are going to take over the show in a minute anyway. So
cool. Let's see them.
You never know. I mean, they might be here just taking over whenever they feel like it. That's we're setting up tonight, because I never know where Vita's going to sneak in here. So now I can't get him off the screen. Okay, there we go. All right.
Awesome. We're gonna get them little. Where's my sage doggy teams?
Yeah,
gonna happen soon. So, when I recover from surgery, I'll let them sit here on either side of me. But right now, I can't control both of them. Yeah. Not rip anything open. So,
right. Fair enough.
Next one is from Nicole. Any messages from Ryan for me?
Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
I got like real serious all of a sudden.
It's Jen telling me I needed a haircut.
Stop it, Jen. We like the hair. It's a nice shade. Holy cow. Less glare, just kidding.
Less glare. Sorry,
that
Nicole.
was funny.
You know what I have to deal with around here.
I actually am picking up on I feel like he was a significant other or a boyfriend, somebody like that to you. And he's shaking his head, not good. Like he wasn't good for you. He knows he wasn't good for you. He says bad. Oh, here. Thank God you got out. Thank God you got out. Because I feel like whatever way of life you were in, or he was in, or you got roped into, or you were doing things together at one point, he chose to kind of stay and kept going down that road where you rose above it or got yourself out of it and did something different. Have at it, Lindsay.
No, I agree with all that. I also got really serious. I pulled 2 cards for you from the Gabby Bernstein deck. I just felt like love and light was calling to me. And I feel like, so we got, I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. So he really, wants you to be happy. And knowing that we do, as hard as it is, always have the ability to shift into connecting to love and joy, even if it's the smallest thing, from the sun is shining today to, I'm wearing a cozy sweater, to I love my family, to, the smallest little things, to recalibrate into love and joy and not being so serious, not being so hard on ourselves. And you also got, when I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control.
Okay, the follow-up on that is he was my best friend. They got along with everyone except my ex-husband.
Okay. I'm not done yet. He's yelling at me because I'm not saying this fast enough. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose people. I can't predict prognoses, whatever the case is. But he is reassuring you that with all of your health issues lately, you are going to be okay. But it's going to be a very long road. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. Part of that reason is because you're not making some of the hard decisions that you need to make. And I was asking for clarification on that, and he kept saying, tell her, hurry up, just tell her already, tell her. And basically, you are supposed to be taking this downtime to make some major life changes for yourself. That could mean something from within. It could mean things around you, people around you, situations around you, work, whatever the case is. I'm being very PC about it. And he's like, no, she knows what I'm freaking talking about. So there are some things that if you don't change some of the people and relationships and situations in your life, your life's not going to be what it should be. And you're always going to feel that internal struggle. If you finally just bite the bullet and realize that there's something better and not be afraid and succumb to your fear, things will be okay. And you'll actually find that you will not feel as sick all the time. That's a huge contributing factor to why you are always run down and, despite everything else and your diagnosis and things like that, long term, you can actually make changes that will make everything better for you and healthier and happier for you. Yeah. Listen to mom, listen to your mom, he says. He says, I didn't listen to my mom. Yep. All right. Thanks for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay. Let's see. Job changes. Okay. There's some follow-up. All right. So next one. Go back up here to 809. And folks, I'm trying to get to you guys as we go through. I'm just trying to go right in order and pulling them off as we go. So please ask your question once. I got some folks got some hellos back and forth, kind of lost me in my little path there. So from Jen, I'd love to know if my spirit guides have any messages.
I love the doggy.
I keep hearing, just bite the bullet. When are you going to do it? And that's coming actually from a male that's passed away. And I'm looking at your last name. But then I'm going back and forth because with your last name, I almost feel like the male that's with me is a father-in-law, but doesn't share the name that I see. So I feel like we have two here. One who's bringing up that last name to me, who just wants you to know he's around. And then the other who is going to speak for both of them, I guess you could say. There is one father figure over here who definitely he definitely is responsible or accountable in some way for why, the how, what, where, why, when of his death and his passing. And I don't feel like it's in a negative, bad way, like he committed suicide, but he definitely is accountable in some way for that. Which is why he's not really talking either. I keep hearing, we are with you. We are with you. And you just have to do it, whatever this is. There's and it's funny because I always say, even with parties I do, with public shows that I do, this is no different. There are always themes, whether you realize them or not. We can see them with people who have passed and with you, and you all have these things in common. And tonight, I feel like this is just a time where there are a lot of decisions that people just need to make, and times, where this is the time where we need to start really, going with the flow and making changes and listening to ourselves and doing what we need to do and growing, whatever it is. Because Bite the Bullet keeps coming up hardcore for me tonight. And I say that to you too. And now all of a sudden I'm seeing a little girl like it's your daughter. And I feel like what you're doing or not doing is influencing her. And you have to remember that. And then I hear it will be okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because you're worried about the things that you think are negative when really the benefits are going to outweigh, the pros are going to outweigh the cons with the situation. How about it?
I just can't stop yawning. Oh my gosh. I just feel like they have such strong energy. I keep hearing close. So I don't know if that means anything to you, Jen. I don't know if you're closing a house or almost kind of like closing the deal, which might be what Christy is referring to. Focusing on your strengths came up. So focusing on where you are truly strong and remembering that. And I also feel like the theme is like remembering our power, remembering our strength, remembering what we have, remembering we have so much more control of our lives than we actually think, So it's like, what is going well here? Mm-hmm. You also got the yoga card. So I don't know if you like to do yoga, and where are you being called to step up and lead? So that will give you freedom. Like when you focus on your strengths and you make the decision, that opens up. They want you to really trust in your strength.
Wow. That was a lot.
I don't know if you like yoga, but let me know. Yeah. Or you should start doing yoga. Either way. I don't know. Just what the card says.
Okay. Follow up from Nicole. It was very true that he wouldn't listen to his mom. So it goes back to the Ryan thing.
She's on point.
Yep. So we're going back up here to there. We had that little conversation that was going on there and lost a couple there. The next one's from Katie. Hey guys, my husband has been dealing with some health issues lately. Are we going to get some answers soon? You can go ahead with your disclaimer because I always mess it up. So.
Okay. So we're not doctors. We can't diagnose. We can't tell you what's wrong. We can't tell you what isn't wrong. We can just simply, share what we're receiving. If ever you feel like there is an issue, you absolutely need to see your doctor regardless of what you're told. Okay. I don't think we're very close to finding something. And I don't think that what they're looking at right now is it. I feel like it's a legitimate road to go down, but I feel as if maybe they're putting more stock in this particular issue or this particular path. But that's not going to be it. And I feel like your mother is chiming in, or either his mother or your mother is chiming in and trying to tell you that they really think it's something else. And I feel as if you need to pursue that because I feel like it's not as obvious. I also feel like it's a combination of things, 2 or 3 different things that are creating this. It's almost like whatever's going on with him, the stars are aligning just right. Like it is something that once we pinpoint it, it can be kind of straightforward. We know, but then I also feel like there are other conditions or factors that are making it worse, or secondary conditions, we'll say. And once we get those under control, the primary concern will be a little bit more recognizable and more easily pinpointed. Yeah. What do you think, Lindsay?
I was hearing some delay at first. The first card that came up for you right away before you even popped up was Let It Go, which I'm not saying, of course, you can't let your care about this go, but where can you surrender a little bit, not only to outside of yourself, but your intuition, because I feel like you have a very strong intuition, and I feel like you know things maybe even before the doctors can tell you, or you just kind of feel, or you just know. Once again, listen to the doctors, but I agree. I feel like you just know intuitively. And because you got the Hermit, which is all about going within, and you got Page of Water, which is very intuitive and sensitive. And then I feel like when you start tuning into that, it's like you got a challenging beginning, but you're going to see the truth of it, and then things are going to flow more easily. That's another theme that keeps coming up. It's like challenge, because we're holding ourselves back a little bit from not recognizing our own power, and then flow. And then also nurture yourself came up from Mother Mary. So definitely make sure that while you're caring for others, just tune into yourself and keep caring for yourself, because when others have health issues, it just trains us, and we have to care for you too.
I just want to add something else too. You have to let your person know he can't be picky and choosy. He can't decide one day, or he can't decide. And I feel like this is specific to testing. He can't decide that he's going to do certain tests, but not other tests. He can't decide, that he's going to only do so much this way. And if he doesn't like it, he's going to go, in a different direction. It doesn't work like that. And they're saying if he does, the doctors and the people that he's working with will not be looking at things the right way to catch what they're supposed to get the answers that you're looking for and that you need. This really is about faith for him. And he's going to go and just let them do what they've got to do. Now, okay, we can all get into the whole, okay, but you have to advocate for yourself. And if you really don't know,
yes.
I get it. But that's not, what you're being told is that this is not one of those situations. In order to get to where we need to, and for them to see things the way they need to, you have to go through these tests. In other words, they're validating that what they're doing for you, at least at this point, it seems to be accurate and correct for you. But again, if at any time you do have the free will to question, choose, not to, you always can do that, and you should. But that's your message for that. Don't keep picking and choosing. Let the doctors let go and let the doctors do their damn job. That's what I feel like I need to say to you. So.
Follow up down below.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next one. And again, folks, we're pulling from a couple different locations, so it doesn't look like I'm grabbing yours right in order. I'm grabbing them for how they're coming in on my little chart here. So from Candace, curious to know if anyone may be trying to tell me something, as I've been awoken from 1:30 to 3:30ish. Some weeks stronger, but I can't figure out what they want me to hear.
Hi, Candace.
And folks, if you are on and you're listening, your question, you got to sign off for some reason. These shows are continuing to play at YouTube and up on most podcasts. Just search for Where's My Sage on wherever you get your favorite podcasts, iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play, Spotify, Spreaker, on all of those. And that's...
I keep hearing footsteps up and down your hall. I keep feeling like a man, stands by your bed and watches you. I feel like he's nervous because I feel like your house is older, but it's not really old. I feel as if he's nervous because I keep feeling like there's something in the walls, whether it's electrical, whether it's the pipes. There's something that's not quite right, and it's making him nervous because it could be a potential issue. You're so busy, go during the day that he is not able to get your attention when you are conscious and awake. The only time he can get your attention is when you are sleeping, and he can connect with you that way, which quite frankly is the easiest time for them to connect with us anyways. It's that cycle right before we fall into that REM sleep. That's the easiest for them to connect with us. So I feel like this would be something that he would be concerned with. He's definitely a father, grandfather figure. I don't feel like he's yours, because the thing that keeps throwing me is that I'm seeing this kind, gentle man who's just truly looking out for you and looking over you. But every time I feel father, grandfather, there's no connection with you. So I feel like he either came with the house, or he is somebody who is just there to guide you for a while, which can happen. It doesn't always have to be our loved ones. So, I feel like there's more of a connection to the house. I feel like there was a workshop there or something of that nature. That used to be his, like in the basement, or I'm going to say, this is weird, a basement, but then I want to say lower area or lower living area of the house. That's how I feel like I need to say that. So yeah, he's trying to kind of give you a heads up and a warning. I don't want you to freak out. I don't feel like your house is going to catch on fire tonight or tomorrow, but I feel like there's an issue where you're probably realizing it or just starting to realize it, whether it's pipes, electrical. I don't know for sure. I'm saying, okay, they're confirming electrical, or he's confirming electrical for me. So there must be a wiring thing somewhere. Either you're putting something off, and he doesn't want you to do that anymore, or whatever the case is. So just check into that. He's trying to help you is what it is. Okay. Go for it, Lindsay.
I didn't feel too much on that, but I did get a card here, being watched over by someone kind. So that is beautiful, that connection there. And just a lot about how you are very good at planning, optimistic plans that turn out as expected, like really good, the power of love. So good things happening for you in general from the cards. I just wasn't getting, besides the watched over by someone kind. I can absolutely confirm that. So
great.
Yeah.
Yay. Nice card. I like those cards.
I know.
Awesome.
They're nice and relaxing, and they're not crazy.
Yeah, no, we don't want any weird cards popping up.
Yeah, okay. Moon me like you did last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Look at my leg.
I'm like, which card for my relaxation?
Yeah. It does, from Candace, follow up. It does feel like a male. Yes, I feel watched over. I know what you're saying. And awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, at least I got a fan in the audience. Hey, Doc. Brian Daly, awesome energy healer. Brian, known Brian for 20 plus years, but if you really need to find an energy healer and we're not available, Brian is the guy to see. He's my mentor. And what direction we'll be? Yeah, we'll be working together soon. As soon as I finish healing from this last surgery. Yeah, I don't know about Buff, but if you're talking crystals and you want to talk crystals, that man knows his crystals. So I had to put it out there. So
let's start putting liquor in this.
That's the wrong show.
Right now it's water and Crystal Light. Yeah, that's the wrong show.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking my coffee because I'm trying to like stay energized over here.
Oh, I'm going to the barber tomorrow. My head's going to get shaved. The beard's going to come off. Yeah, I'm going to.
No, we like the beard. Keep the beard.
The consensus is we like the beard.
Yeah, well, work's not going to let me have the beard. So.
Forget work. Who needs a
Speaking of, any messages from this is for Jennifer. Any messages from my grandmother, who I called Gaga?
Gaga!
I didn't mess that up. I'm sure I probably did that too. I'll find out. My phone blows up. Like the rest of my family that knows we're alive, and for some reason now they want to start texting.
My skull and going down my neck, down my neck into my shoulders, but right here at the base of my skull. I also see belly dancing. Like she's like a belly dancer, kind of like moving her hips when she dances.
Probably walks downstairs better than Jen does.
Kick his butt. Kick his butt.
Brian with the comment at the bottom.
Well, I almost lost it when I read your comment in the private chat. I'm like, you want to check what?
All right. Be serious about Jen's.
Did Gaga have a great sense of humor?
If I didn't know that you had something as a smoker, I would have lost my shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I have a pork shoulder on the smoker out there. It should be done by the end of the show. So. Chris just read the comment about I'll be back because I had to check the. So John's message.
I'm going to tell you right now.
No, I can't.
But I'm dealing with from the comments here. Brian says my crystal is bigger.
My little notepad.
All right, please help the poor woman. She's waiting for her answer. So.
Okay, you got the relationships card and you got follow.
Okay. Jen would be the one to be laughing her ass off with us. I don't want to hear it.
We'll have to message Jen later and tell her what's going on here.
Oh, we'll tell you. Awesome. Okay.
All right, back to the question. Any messages for her grandmother?
Like, please, God, take the attention off of me. I'm just going to drink my crystal light.
She wants you to pursue the things you truly love to do. Even if what you love seems like, far away or not rational, or, she wants you to do what you absolutely love to do. Your source of happiness alone is what will bring you success and satisfaction, both personally and professionally. And rather than doing what you believe you should be doing, you need to do what you absolutely love to be doing, which is a huge reminder to me as well. But follow what makes you happy.
She says, yes, it was my heart. It was my heart. I keep seeing your husband. You guys are always getting me in trouble on this show.
She also got the relationships card. Well, I'll just let you take it away.
Don't let him do that, she says. Don't let him do that. What? Don't let him do that. That's all she's saying. That's all I'm willing to elaborate on. There's really not much more to elaborate on, but it's with regards to your husband. And stop worrying about your son so much. He's fine. He's in a great place. He's doing wonderful things. The service is very good for him. It's probably the best thing he could have done for himself. So it would make your family proud, she says. Yep. So thank you for your question. Best of luck.
So we're an hour into the show. Please, we still have plenty of time. Like, share, subscribe. There's that wonderful giveaway over here at Instagram. So that's popped up there again. Go over and find us over there. Lindsay's page is locked up. I've got that web address put in there a couple of times. Next one coming in here. I'm trying to get through these questions, and I keep losing them. And again, I'm pulling from a couple different locations, guys. So this one's for Maxine. Hi, Christy and Mike. Love the beard, Mike. Buried my mom 6 years ago today. Any messages from her or my natural dad who I never met? Sorry for your loss. Always hard on the birth dates and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Lindsay. Yeah.
I'm hearing lose. Kind of sounded like lose or leave. So you also got adventure and play. Energetically speaking, you might feel like you're in a rut. When did you last allow yourself to feel free and experience unbridled fun? Taking time to relax and feel joy is actually a necessity and not a luxury, as so many of us believe it to be. So your soul requires adventure, playfulness. It's your spiritual wheatgrass shot. Your angels and guides are telling you to reward yourself with some time for laughter, pleasure, and celebration. Take a risk, go somewhere new, just kind of get out of that. And then it's also going to lead to more inspired ideas, more creativity, more flow. I just do feel like an overall like sadness. That's what I'm getting, Christy.
Your natural dad, I don't get a good feeling about him at all. It's either him or the situation, and I don't like. You were better off, is what I'm hearing. You were better off having not known him. Your mother is saying to me, well, she showed me a rolling pin, and that's my symbol that they show me when they want me to know that they like to bake or were known to bake. Even if it was just one thing. She says, don't do what I did. Don't make like the same mistakes that I made and do the things that I did. And the reference is to your natural father, with regards to relationships and marriages and dynamics and not being true to yourself, all of that stuff. Don't let him get away, is what she just said. Don't let him get away. Then I saw a rose, a red rose. And then I saw, she reminded me of an experience I had that was a sign from my grandmother who passed away like 25 years ago. And what I saw was, I literally woke up. I was like 6 months pregnant with my son, who's my oldest at the time. And I woke up, I don't even know what woke me up, but all I know is I was laying on my side and floating, in midair, almost eye level, a little bit higher. So picture yourself laying on your side in your bed, and this thing is just floating. It was a long stem red rose, and there was this thin mist like this thick. Not necessarily in the shape of a person, but went floor, came up, and my grandmother was only like 4'11". She like came up to my collarbone, and I'm like 5'3". So it, obviously was supposed to be the shape of a person. This rose was floating in the middle of this shape of this mist. And I remember laying there because I was wide awake. Anyone who's been pregnant knows it's 6-7 months. You wake up, you're awake. There's no groggy. You're up and you're usually running to pee. You're very aware. So it wasn't even like I was in a sleep state. So I literally watched this thing, and I remember thinking I could reach out and touch it. And I almost did. And for like 10, 15 seconds, I literally just stared at this thing. And then I finally had to blink. And when I did, it was gone. And they wanted me to tell that story for some reason. And I don't usually make that story public, to be honest with you. It's been a lot of years since I've even mentioned that. So, what she's saying with this, it's, if you haven't already received it, which I don't think you have, she's going to send you a special sign like that. So don't look for it. Let it happen. But I feel like you're going to have a really amazingly awesome experience that's going to be meant just for you, to connect with her. She's going to let you know that she's around you. She's going to let you know she hears you. She's just waiting for the right time when she's going to really be able to reach you. And I feel like I need to add this too. Like, this grandmother was my dad's mom, and she was the one person growing up that I had that I could call when I was afraid, when I was not aware of what my gifts were, or what they meant. And she died when I was a senior in high school. So, all of a sudden I'm getting older, and now I lost my only connection to somebody who would be there for me no matter what time I called her. If I was home alone and I felt something and I was afraid, even in my own house. So that was a really huge loss for me. And so I can understand that, but she's reassuring you that she is there. She does hear every word you say, and she knows every tear you shed. But you have the strength to carry on. She's there. You just have to find her from within. She hasn't gone anywhere. Our grief blocks them out. So 25 years later, I can still say that it's difficult for me to connect with my grandmother the way I connect with all of your loved ones because of the grief. Not that I haven't moved on, but it's still very difficult. So, yeah. So I feel like this is the kind of situation you're in. It will get better. Just allow yourself and allow it to be better. Okay. Once you start working through some of those emotions, you will open up space for her. Even though she's already there, you will feel it, if that makes any sense. Okay. So, best of luck. Thank you for your question.
You also got listen.
Oh, excellent.
So it could also be, if you're kind of looking for something but don't see it, but if you're hearing something a lot, it could be serendipitous signs. You also got follow your heart and persistence. So, yeah. But listen for the sign.
Nice. Thank you both. I got a thank you from Jen, and keep your head up. As my phone's getting blown up from my husband. So, from Brian, any serious question this time? Someone close to me has severe, deep depression. Any suggestions how I may help her? And I think he's looking for some spiritual guidance. Always make people laugh. So
Lindsay's on a mission, so we're gonna let on this one.
Okay, well, I'm going to say the messages that are coming out. It's interesting. So we got two cards that came up like really, really quickly. That one says "Go now," and one says take charge of the situation. And you can tell like both people are like, we have Moses, you know, they're both very like powerful leadership role models. You know what I mean? I feel like you might be a role model to this person, or they lean on you, you're worried about them. Because at first I was like, but then it's interesting because you also got let it go. So I feel like this might be, it's like this card is very feminine and very flow and surrender, right? And we have the yin and the yang. So we have the feminine energy and the masculine energy, which every single person has. So it's like you're being called to really, this is not an easy task because depression, like I've personally had depression. Depression runs in my family too. And so this is not easy, but I just feel like you're being told you have the skills to flow in between the surrender and the spiritualism and also the practical tool sets in being there for this person. And you also got find blessing in your current situation. So I don't know if you help people with this a lot, or if this is something that, you know, you're just a very helpful person, but yeah, there's oftentimes when we go through this too, even if it's mental health things, it's like on the other side of it, there's something good. So I don't know if this is also for this person too. That's what I'm getting. Christy, anything?
My message is more for you, Brian. It's time to expand your business. And then they said practice. And they're talking about the healing side of things. The workshops, the work that you do, the people you teach as far as the healing modems go. You need to focus on that part of things for a while, not so much the medical stuff. And then what's going to happen is you're going to come back again and focus on the medical stuff, but in a different way.
Positive change.
Yeah. I feel like you're fighting it too. You're rationalizing too much or thinking about it too much. Just do it. That's what I'm hearing. Your guides are saying, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. You do both already as it is, which is why what you do is so important, because you're gifted, which is why you're a doctor, and you have that side of yourself, but then you also are a healer because you're a doctor and because you're listening and you're tuned in. And so it does come full circle, but sometimes then we work against ourselves. And right now you're trying to rationalize too much, but that's how people like you are wired. And that's okay. But that's where you have to just learn to go with the gut, not what you necessarily see on paper.
And that's why those cards came up balancing.
Yes. So when you start doing that, you're going to find a lot of things are going to fall into place.
We got to get Lindsay a top camera. So when you're going through and picking those cards, we can see you're not just down there going, oh, I got the right one.
I can go like, wow.
No, I'm just saying is like, I know a couple other friends that like, they put their phone up top and we can do another feed. And you can drop down and see you going through and doing the cards. We just turn that microphone off.
I never figured out how I could put a phone like that.
Oh, we got answers.
Right?
The registration, somebody wins that wonderful thing. Those are a great little mounts and everything else like that for the phones.
Yeah. I know. I should just have Josh figure it out, basically.
Yeah,
I promise I'm doing things. No. I'm not just like, let's see. Oh my gosh, look what just came up.
Yeah.
Energy healing.
That's
totally that, Lindsay. I mean,
crazy. And then a thank you from Brian. Your answers really resonated positively. And I was clicking on that as you were pulling that card. And again, he teaches all over the world. We got to get Brian on the show. He teaches all over the world.
Yes.
And, it's always cool. Mentors that come and check on us, and your mentors came in last week, and mine are coming in this week. Actually, half my team's here tonight, hiding in the background because I know they're messaging me privately on Facebook. So the next one is from Denise. My childhood friend Sheila died when we were in 8th grade. Any messages from her? It's always horrible when you lose your friends when you're growing up.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Lindsay.
It's like she's trying to hold my right hand. I'm seeing something. I don't know if she passed with water, but I kind of felt like something with water. And she's saying she's okay. And that she's still here. She still watches out for you. Is there anything that you're getting, Christy?
She's worried about you because you're putting something off that you shouldn't be.
She's got like pressure.
I'm hearing, please don't wait. Please don't wait. And I feel like your mother probably had the same issue or dealt with the same thing. Take care of it now. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
You also got nurture yourself. So
you okay over there?
yeah, just I'm like she's in there.
Oh, nice. So thank you for your question.
Mm-hmm.
Best of luck.
Do you ever just yell like that?
What's that?
What? Do you ever just...
What are you laughing at? Mike's like doing something over there. He's laughing.
Just looking at the comments and trying to, you get a serious comment and you get the other ones that are in there, serious comment, and
I'm scared.
Yeah, don't. Hopefully it's on Tactical Bigfoot. Let's see. The next one from Sandy. Does any of my family have any messages for me?
Oh my God, all of a sudden I can't breathe. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
I'm getting the whole cardiopulmonary thing going on, or one or the other. But usually when it's like right in here, it's the heart and the lungs. Yeah, now I'm getting it in the back too. My voice is getting hoarse. And this is definitely a male. And I can breathe again. So it's somebody. I just saw somebody shoot themselves. It looks like a handgun. It's shiny and it's got a dark handle. I'm hearing you're being watched. You're being watched. That was very clear. just kind of stopped. It's a different feeling I'm getting. How about you, Lindsay?
We got Temperance reversed. Imbalance, excess, self-healing, realignment. I'm also feeling that masculine energy.
See, I keep seeing a surveillance camera of some sort. Yeah, surveillance camera. Someone's got you under a close eye. And it does feel here, though. Not in spirit, here. But then I have the male energy that I feel watches out for you. I feel like you're a very private person, which is why we're getting bits and pieces, because I feel like the information they're giving you, they're hoping you're going to make a connection that way. When they don't get into detail with me and I feel like they're holding back, that's how I know they're trying to respect the boundaries and the venue that we're in. Let's face it. I feel like you're not taking care of yourself and you're not doing something you're supposed to. And because of that, you're under a very close eye and you're being watched. And I don't really feel now that it's supposed to be in a creepy, violating kind of a way, but I feel like whatever you're not doing or doing and you shouldn't be is causing people to keep a very close eye on you without you knowing. And they're not trying to blow people in, because I feel like they do have your, best interest at heart. It's just that you're causing a lot of concern and worry, and you need to realize that side of things. So although you're very private, you have to realize there's people who care about you. And thank you. Once you acknowledge that just now, it kind of like opened up. You're causing a lot of concern and stress and worry for people who care about you. Just be a little more forthcoming. You're allowed to have your privacy, but when you have people in your life that care about you and want to take care of you and that are worried about you, kind of, be a team player, because, it's not always just about you, especially if what's going on could affect them in the long run too. Plus, you know what? I'm going to say something to you that my cousin had to say to her sister at one point when she was dying of cancer. Let people love you. My cousin was just she was a healer herself, but she was so freaking private that she didn't want anyone knowing anything. And I can be that way too. But after a while, you have to let people be there for you and do for you and care for you and, go through things with you, because it helps them as much as it helps you. And when you block everyone out because you just want to hold it all in, that actually is not healthy for you. And so the more you open up, the more you won't feel like you have to protect your privacy, if that makes sense. Okay.
And I also feel you've been through a stressful time, and resting, relaxation, recuperation is necessary. But also, judging this for yourself, like you were in an imbalance, but now being like, okay, do I need to keep resting, or is it time to pick back up again? And that goes along with everything, like taking care of your health and also opening up to others.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 20 to 10. We're going to run a little over after doing a quick conversation in the back behind the stage. For those of you that are at WLFE DB Radio, here's your chance to switch over to Where's My Sage at YouTube or Facebook, and tune with us that way, or one of our other pages. Because at 10 o'clock I'll be terminating the feed there. again, like, share, subscribe. And I'm going right in order, folks, as we come right down here. And again, we're coming to you live from Christy's business page, Where's My Sage, on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope, WLFE DB Radio, and Picture Perfect Mind, which is Lindsay's page, and Tactical Bigfoot Research. So if you wonder why some of these questions don't pop up where you're looking or watching in, it's coming in from those others. Again, you can find us on some of your favorite podcast locations. So just take a look: Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, Google Play, and hopefully a few others very soon. So the next one is from Terry. Does my husband have anything does my husband have any? Let's try this a third time. You would think with me just not moving and sleeping all the time, I'd be able to talk, but I can't today. So does my husband have to say anything to me, Dan? So looks like she's looking for her husband, Dan. Is there anything for Terry?
And I'm going to say, I feel that might be what just happened to you, even though you do that on your own, is also indicative of what Dan used to do. He's like, oh, heck no. And he's talking with his mute on again, so that's okay.
Yeah. We'll look for confirmation.
What do you think, Lindsay?
So you got the judgment card, and I'm feeling like you're at a point in your journey where it's like you have a choice to make, or you're starting anew, and it's kind of this mix of using your intellect and using your intuition, and you're feeling refreshed, you're leaving the past behind. And I also am feeling like you could potentially, something you've gone through could be really beneficial to share this in a group with others who may have gone through a similar thing. Christy, you're like, just like, what? Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it has something to do with Dan and his passing, but yeah.
So, my dear, just a couple of things. He says, leave Ty alone. It's time for him to make his own decisions. To Caitlin, he says, I do not approve. And I feel a little bit of concern there. So that's all he said to me. Oh, and now I see you in a social situation, and he says, yes, it's okay. Yes, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2 for 1 there.
Mm-hmm.
But he's very straight to the point with me on that. So on that stuff.
And just like not living in the past, like not letting the past rule. So maybe that's kind of his like, go ahead.
And there was a follow-up on that. I'm not muted again, am I? And then it was just, again, anything for our son, Connor.
Oh, Connor. What I heard with that is he'll be okay. Let him work through it. Just let him work through it. I feel like you're a good mom, and you always try to be there for them. And I feel like sometimes you want to give so much that you give too much, like guidance and support, or trying to be too much on top of things. They're getting older now, and at a point where they need a different kind of guidance and they need a different kind of support. He also says they are no longer allowed to use my death as an excuse for their behavior. He says, if I would not stand for it, if I was there, I would not stand for it. He says, and they knew I would kick their asses if I was there now. He said, so they don't get to do that anymore. Life goes on, and I did not teach them that, and I did not raise them that way. Dan put his foot down. So, yeah.
Thank you. Next one's from Debbie. Does Lindsay have anything to add about Joyce? You were, of course, right on, Christy.
Oh. Go for it, Lindsay.
So there was the yes, right? We got the yes confirmation from Joyce. Is that what we I feel like she wants to use the Mystic Rebel deck. Is she like,
why? What is that?
I don't know. It's the sassy deck. It's the
that makes sense. I totally see that. I can see. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
That's amazing. Yeah, she's like feisty. Okay, so you got free will. So basically a reminder that exercising your free will is an imperative part of co-creating a life you love with spirit. From where you stand right now, you have infinite paths to choose. No matter which you choose, you can always find a way to your destiny and divine purpose. By receiving this card, you are being asked by your angels and guides to tune into yourself and make a choice from the infinite possibilities. So it's really about your free will, and you have full permission to embrace what you want most right now. And spirit can help make that a reality. So it's like, taking personal responsibility for where you're holding yourself back and where you're making excuses, and knowing that you have full permission to step up in the capacity, like you are the creator of your own reality.
Cool.
I have something to add. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I didn't want to interrupt. Debbie, I'm seeing my room. She knows what I mean. She knows what I mean when I say that. So I'm seeing my room, I'm seeing the purple. So whatever you're doing in there and whatever's going on, she is aware. She knows about it. And she's telling me I'm not going to like it. You must be changing something. We're doing something different. Yeah, but that's it. She won't tell me what it is. So thanks for your question.
So, last week, Christy threw you on the spot, Lindsay, and had you read me. I think it's her turn. Can you do one for Christy quick?
Dude, you did pull a card for me last week.
Yeah, we did after, but yeah, let's get her on the air.
I feel like I should do Mike again.
Wait, did that clear? You did that.
The same card is going to come up again.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, I get to the next question here.
Didn't go exactly how you planned. Is that what you're saying? Hey, I'm all for it. Go for it.
I feel like, I feel like Have Faith wanted to come back up again. I feel like you might have gotten that card last week, but just continue to have faith. Connect to, yeah.
I didn't know if you ended up reading him or you're talking to me.
You have faith. Have faith. Stop doubting. Just surrender and trust and know the universe has your back. And you also got create and express. So I think things like this are just really beneficial to you. Mike's like trying.
Okay, I'll validate that. So for 20 years, I've been feeling like I needed to write something, a book, but I never knew what. I knew it was not time. I just always knew that they felt that they needed to tell me 20 years in advance I was going to need to write a book or write something. And the last week or so, I've been told in the last few days, especially, I keep hearing from my guides, sit down and write, sit down and write, sit down and write. And I'm just so busy, I haven't had chance. But so there you go. There's your validation. About what? I have no clue. I feel like I'm going to sit down and go, here I am.
What's going to come through?
Turn off the bad syndicated TV shows.
Listen, YouTube,
Yeah. Hey,
whatever.
YouTube has been very important to me over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So learn how to make rings and countertops and bread and bacon. And right now there's pork shoulder out smoking. Yeah. Gotta love YouTube. You know, catching all my friends, catching up on Seth and what those guys at Small Town Monsters are doing. So, oh, I'm getting beat up here. Yeah, the last 5 comments are beating me up. So
now I'm gonna pick one for Michael.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah. Great advice. Brian's doing it. You know. Yep. Okay. They're all coming in here. Yep.
Please do.
So again, like, share, see what kind of harassment I take, and then we'll get to the next question in here.
Expand your perspective.
Yeah, she picked that. Yep. That's hoaxed. Yep. I'm kidding.
Typical.
Wow.
Typical Mike answer. Yeah, I know.
You got another naked lady. I feel like you're putting this out in the universe or something. Like, what? Transformation. We'll just do that. Transformation.
Oh, really?
You know, the rest of these cards have all come up religious figures, and she goes and pulls mine, and they're all naked people.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What did I tell you? You just haven't learned your lesson yet.
Brian's agreeing with you. And it's got a crystal, of course. You know, that's where he's going.
Yeah. People think I'm stubborn.
Yeah. No, definitely stubborn. Yeah. Okay.
You're basically in your cocoon, and you,
really?
Yes, and you are transforming, and you are scared about what lies on the other side. So you have to view your transformation through a perspective of peace and gratitude. And when you can see this process as something positive and happening for you, it will become that, and you will become anew. And I also, that wasn't even the expand your perspective card, but you know what I mean? When we're so zeroed in and focused on the not so good stuff.
Not so good. Yep.
You wish you could move that fast right now.
Thank you.
You're in a cocoon.
Yes. Cocoon's good.
Does anyone want to read me?
I'm not good at it. What do you mean? Oh, wait. She's probably asleep now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's past her bedtime.
She's past her bedtime. Who's going to have the secret? We have the secret weapon. Turn around and read you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She was on earlier. Yeah. No, that would be funny.
Actually, I was just getting down to her question. So, the next one was from Carla. I'd like to know if my mom's coming through. I miss her. She's been gone 3 years. Sorry for your loss.
Carla, I keep.
No,
you wondering?
I was looking at the comments below, and Mary Beth's going to call herself tomorrow. So,
Mary Beth, I will call me. She's gonna. That is one woman who will kick your butt in a heartbeat. Okay.
Yeah. Don't mess with the witches in October. Yes, no messing with the witches in October.
Oh, nice. Carla, your mom baked, and what she's telling me is she made the best cookies. The best cookies. Stop crying. Stop crying. I'm right here, she says. I'm right here. You don't always listen to me, but I'm right here. That's what I'm kidding. Bury me. Don't bury me. bury me. Don't bury me. Sounds like a touchy situation. You made the right choice. You made the right decision. She's referring to her services and or her funeral and saying beautiful. So she's approving of whatever it was. You did it. She's approving. Flowers. There's flowers. She's approving of her flowers as well. I almost feel like that's maybe something that you have at her grave, though, not necessarily for the funeral itself. She's also telling me that, wow, she's like all over the place. She's telling me her death was unexpected and kind of quick. And then she started dancing out of nowhere. That's why I started laughing. And she just started. I'm not doing it. I will not get up and do it.
Do it.
No. But when they do something like that, and it's goofy, especially in that way, they're showing me that they can do things they probably were not able to do at the time of their passing. So she was probably incapacitated in some way, or even if she wasn't completely incapacitated, maybe she couldn't dance anymore or play sports anymore, or whatever the case was. When they do that, they're showing me now they can move, they can do those things again. So that's really important as well.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Oh, and she says she's very proud of you. You have overcome quite a bit since she's been gone. I feel like after she died, your world fell apart in other ways not for just general things were happening that you couldn't control that you had to deal with. And she says you've done very well for yourself. So, okay, now I'm done.
Man, I'm getting beat up in the comments again.
Good. I'm going to read them while she reads her. So let's see.
Yeah.
Carla, you just got forgiveness. So also if you need to forgive anyone or anything or yourself, and divine timing. So if you're trying to force anything to happen, trying to have something come through, maybe focusing on the negative, being in the sadness, like she said, stop crying. I'm right here with you. And we all have to feel our feelings, but if you can shift to what's positive in life, what's beautiful in life, and knowing the universe is working in your favor, everything is dropping into divine timing. It's just when we want to force it. It's like when we're looking for the thing to come through, it doesn't. And the second we release, right? So that's what you got today. Everything is working in your favor.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Good question.
Oh, I lost it. There was another question I was about to click on, and it was from Audrey, and she's wondering if you had anything for her. Her mom woke her up, but she's a little tired to give give you a reading right now.
Oh no, it's okay. No, let her sleep.
Blowing up my phone here on the side, but she did wondering if Lindsay had anything for her. So
okay, Audrey. Oh, you got divine timing too. So if you are looking forward to something, if you're wanting something to happen, maybe you are, sick of quarantining, whatever's going on, remember the universe is dropping things in absolutely as they are meant for you. So you got divine timing, trusting in that. And you also got this really rad card, Speak Your Truth. So let's see what Speak Your Truth says. You have something you need to speak out. It's time to speak your truth with love. Don't ever feel afraid to express what is inside of you. Remove the filter. Maybe not the total filter because, your mom probably. Remove the filter through which you're regulating your words and ask your guides to be by your side as you navigate the repercussions and responses you face from sharing your truth. I feel like this is totally aligned with you, with your gifts, because it's a process, right? It's a process. It's so much more important for you to be at peace with yourself than to gain approval of others. So whether it's at school or with anyone else, like always be in your integrity and truth and be true to yourself. Stop staying quiet. It's time to let others know what you truly think and feel. Trust that you will feel better and your new declarations will be heard by spirit.
I have something to back that up because I was writing it before and while you were saying it, and I wasn't realizing it until I started listening. You're being specifically told, my dear, to be patient with your mom. And specifically, do not be afraid to tell your mom how you feel. So there you go. Yeah. Always nice to have you on, honey.
Okay. The next one's from Jennifer. Hi, this is my first time here. Is there any messages spirits have for me? I've never done this before, and I'm curious.
Me either. What a this? No, I'm kidding. Welcome to the show. Okay, so your last name's being brought to my attention, and I feel like your last name is actually your maiden name. When the last names are brought to my attention, the surnames, it's the men, it's the father figures, the grandfathers, the uncles, people with that particular name that are coming forward. But now I feel like I'm picking up on a father-in-law. And what I have to say about that is that when I pick up on someone and they make me feel like you were their child or you are their child and you're not, and it's an in-law like that, that is your in-law's way of letting you know that they thought of you as truly one of their own and not just an in-law. You know, my daughter-in-law, they would call you their daughter, and you truly had that kind of decent relationship or that closer relationship. I'm also hearing Ralph, like I think it's dog barking, kind of a see a box of crayons. I feel like you have a little boy. I see a little boy. I'm being told he's very creative and to nurture that. How about you, Lindsay?
I got you are supported. So if you see this card, it's very much about just always being surrounded. So it's funny that you said I've never done this before, because your guides and your ancestors, your passed on loved ones are like, hello, we are always around you. We are supporting you in your journey. We are supporting your dreams. You got worry not. So if you are worrying, they're reminding you, like, we have your back. We are surrounding you. We are guiding you. You don't need to worry. Everything is working out just as it should be. And you also got detach and move on. So this can be whatever, take it for what it is. But if you're kind of, whether it's connecting to the past, like keeps coming up again tonight, or if it's a relationship that you're just going back and forth on, if it's a house, if it's a job, whatever you need to make the decision on, they're encouraging you to do that. That's what I got for you.
All right. We're going to sign off here from WLFE DB Radio. We're at that time, so you guys could switch over to one of our other pages.
Thank you for tuning
Facebook
in.
or YouTube. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. That's out.
Thank you, everyone.
Linda, your question did get popped out of my roll. So if you want to drop that back there, we're going to go for a little bit longer here, try to get a couple more questions in and see what changes. Okay, that one's out. Coming back up to the top. And had some folks carrying on some conversations in here, so I kind of lost a couple of questions. So That's why we're trying to come back here. Next is from Tanya. What is the sign or signs my mom sends me so I know she's around, if any? And I do have some follow-up on a couple others, some thank yous. So those are in the comments there, one from Carla and the other from Brian and from Audrey. So we can look at those questions a little later.
My candle just got super wavy and smoky, so I feel like she's definitely confirming that she's around. I'm just gonna pull some cards, Christy, if you want to tune in, but I'm just gonna see what comes up in the cards. So I have a feeling that might be some confirmation.
Go ahead.
You got right, literally right. So I don't know if that means anything to you. You also got yoga. So I don't know if that means anything to you. Whoops. Oh, okay. That's yes. So I was feeling cardinal. This popped up right away. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately toward the highest good. So I feel like cardinals are a sure sign. Are you feeling anything, Christy?
I feel like if you want to be close and you want to feel close to her, you need to be in the kitchen baking and doing things like that. I feel like that's what she liked to do. I feel like that's how you connected. I even feel like there's a recipe or something that you could be making that would help you feel that way as well. Yeah, the baking now, and lots of flour. I'm seeing the flour poof everywhere too. So yeah, that's all I'm getting though on that one. I feel like she's very simple, straightforward, straight to the point, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Be open to new experiences, which is what she's telling you. Be open to new experiences.
Let's throw a quick commercial out there and let you ladies reset because we've been going here 2 hours. So we'll be right back after a quick commercial break. So let's do a quick commercial here from WLFE.
Hey everybody, this is Ted from Talk with Teddy and WLFE DB Radio Network. Let's talk about this network for a second. It's very unique and it has different shows with different topics that you won't hear anywhere else. First, let's say our shows cover a wide range of topics. Paranormal to horror, skeptical to believers, and all types of variety shows. You won't be disappointed. In fact, we found, not by the limitations of audio, that we have added video casting as well. Do yourself a favor and check out a show or two. The full schedule is lined up on WLFEDBRadio.com. In fact, there are past shows as well that you can check out. So remember, WLFEDBRadio.com. Now here's a few of the podcast hosts that also carry the WLFE DB Radio brand and shows. Our shows can be heard on Spreaker, Deezer, iHeart, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and more. So check out WLFE-DB.com.
WLFE DB Radio.
Okay, Lindsay had to step out for a minute. She'll be right back. So let's come back up here. Somebody decided to have a little conversation in our little chat box here, so I lost a few.
That's okay.
Few questions, so that's why we're trying to come back in there. Hi, Jimmy. Just get a quick little catch up on some folks while we're waiting for Lindsay to come back. Hello, Sean. Brian said thanks for the great advice. Oh, she's back in. Good. So the follow-ups are in there. We'll get back to taking a look at some of them in there. So let's come back up here at the top. So again, folks, just to remind everybody, we do have, for those who are coming on, we're working on a giveaway over on Instagram. So if you go over to Where's My Sage on Instagram, we've got a subscriber giveaway. Sign up on our Instagram, like and share. All the rules are in there, and then we're going to be giving away some prizes. And then that includes liking and sharing and subscribing to our YouTube channel, which is great because then you find out when we're going to go live. Hopefully another couple of weeks I'll be a little more back on the mend after the surgery and be able to get back out in the field. And our team has been chomping at the bit, looking for investigations. So they're actually showing up at the end of my driveway going, are we going to get out in the woods? Are we going to get into a haunted house?
In your driveway, but.
So I know we had a little conversation kind of going on in our chats and kind of blew things out of here. So I lost a couple of questions. So I got a couple that came in that I asked to have resubmitted. So from Linda, any messages from her guides, please and thank you.
Hi, Linda.
Hi.
And again,
Don't mess this up. Oh, dude.
I was going to make the comment about podcasts, but I didn't see you getting ready to go again. So I'm sorry. Again, if you got to tune out for some reason.
We're just so in sync.
Yeah. Not today, we're not. Like a chainsaw through butter tonight. Going everywhere.
Actually, I think we are doing better than we usually do. So
yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lindsay buffering me tonight. Okay, so we'll go back to Linda's question, and then we'll get to the other Linda question.
Don't mess this up. That's what I'm hearing. Don't mess this up. I feel like whatever is going on with you, I feel like it's a business, legal something. And I feel like you're doing something. Quit being hasty is what I want to say to you. And you have to just let things run their course. Because if you keep trying to intervene and interject, you're going to actually mess things up for yourself. You're going to make them harder. I feel like you're in a situation where you actually, you can't see what's going on the other side. You can't see. To you, it feels like, oh, nothing's being done. But I feel like on the other side, somebody or something is sweating bullets or stressing out or worried or whatever because things are working in your favor. And if you continue to interfere out of fear, you're going to screw up the process and you're going to end up actually helping them and without even knowing it. So just let things be. And just let go and let God is what I feel like I need to tell you. Just let go and let God and just let things go and happen. Try to put it out of your head too. You're a little obsessive about it at this point. Yeah. Okay, Lindsay.
Yeah, so you got the crumbling, which is like, what are you clinging on to? What are you needing to let go of? So that totally confirms that what is coming out for you on the other side of whatever it is. So releasing that. And I also feel like you just have a mission here in this world, and perhaps you know it, perhaps you don't know it, but I am just feeling like you came here for a reason. All of us came here for a reason, but I feel like there's something in particular that you know in your soul, and really figuring out what lights you up. What do you find joy from? What impact you have for humanity? And you also got double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So that doesn't necessarily mean channeling if that's not what you know what I mean, like channeling like this. But how are you here to have a huge impact on humanity? And the more you cling to the past and the things that don't serve you, the more you're not fully aligning with your purpose work.
Nice.
All right. So our heavy hitter from the audience, thanks, you guys. She also did a quick little reading and says, Lindsay, you are overworked and that you need off and some sleep. She also said you need to hear someone laugh that's close to you. And she haven't seen it in a while. So
you need to hear it. Okay.
Audrey. So,
thank you,
that's
Audrey.
in there. Next one, as it pops in here, coming right up in order. Brian, I lost 3 brothers, Kevin, Colin, and Sean. Any messages or suggestions?
Sean is the one that I'm picking up on the strongest. I feel like I'm seeing like a hammer and tools. So when I see that, it can be literal, like there could be a funny story or something that actually says, okay, yeah, he did this with the hammer. But when I see that symbolically, that's their way of telling me that you probably worked with their hands, or they built things like, remodeling, construction, even as a hobby, like to just build things or make things in general, did something along those lines. He's calling you bro. I'm hearing little younger. Died, not my fault. The way I'm hearing words. So he's talking to me in a very choppy way, which tells me he probably hit his head, had a traumatic brain injury. Maybe he already talked like that, but this is actually how he's saying it to me and the way he's saying it to me. But now I'm hearing, not my fault, not my fault, not my fault. And I actually feel like his death, or the way he died, involved an accident, or was accidental, or something that kind of took him by surprise or came out of nowhere. I am seeing my vision that tells me it was some sort of accident or accidental. I do also feel like it involved a car. I want to say automotive in some way. But then he says, thank you for everything. And then I see him in a wheelchair, and I see him, I almost feel like he was incapacitated, like he was not able to function at all, really, for the most part. Almost like you took care of him and handled things for him. I don't feel like that was for very long, though. The other connection I made was with your mother, and I feel like she's present. When I originally read your message earlier, when you posted, I saw it come up in the messages or in the feed. I felt like she was alive. When he read it now and we addressed it now, I feel like she's passed. When they have me go back and forth like that, it usually means the person is actually passed, but that's their way of telling me they were not ready to go when they died. So even if it's not your mother, it's a mother figure or a grandmother that was like a mother to you. I'm seeing a floral pattern of some sort of like an apron or a dress or a blouse or a skirt or something, some clothing. And I'm hearing from her, move forward and do not ever look back. And she said, do not ever, not don't. It's do not ever look back. Yeah. Okay. I think they're done. Go ahead. Let's see.
Well, you got the relationships card, which makes sense because just of this. And speak your truth. So I don't know if you're holding back a little bit on the energy work or, you know what I mean, once again, or anything, but like just really pushing you to speak your truth fully. Like you came to this life for speaking the truth, you know what I mean, for the messages you have to give. So if you're holding back on that, I think he's the doctor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're holding back on that at all, I don't know if you are, if you're over it, but if you're holding back in any way, stop.
Teacher grasshopper, grasshopper teacher.
Yeah.
Right, Michael?
Yeah. Yep.
Right, Brian?
Yep.
Just putting it out there.
This is from Kim. Christy, hope all is well. Wondering if you had anything for me. I had a crazy year. Thank you.
Oh.
Been a crazy year.
That's an understatement, huh? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You got that right.
You need to move. I keep getting move. Do it. Make the move. It will be okay. Stop stressing about financial stuff. Stop worrying about the money. Have faith. And then I see your husband or significant other. I hear have faith, and then I see him. It's a big change. It's what you need, though. Just do it. You will be sorry if you don't, because there's going to be a lot of opportunity when you make this move. There's going to be a lot of opportunity that's going to open up for both you and he. And if you don't, you're going to be stagnant for a very long time. Yeah. What say you, Lindsay?
Well, that makes sense because you got the you're on the right path card, but it's upside down. So that makes sense if you're kind of like wavering on a decision that would be good with opportunity. And talk to your guides. Like your guides really are always there. Like they just want you to listen to them. And you also got create and express. I feel like it has more of like a lighter tone to it. So I'm wondering if there's an outlet that you could do to help yourself to feel better. I don't know if that's playing an instrument, if that's dancing, if that's reading, if that's writing. It feels a little more like, it doesn't feel like business, if that makes sense. It feels more like releasing and allowing. And then, yeah, so it's like, you know what you have to do. You just have to do it.
So we do, I sit back on this side sometimes and I miss out because I'm looking at comments and trying to, get everything up there. And, when you look at some of the validation, sometimes it just kind of opens my eyes to, man, what kind of partners I work with and the folks I work with. And, Linda's comment back here, thank you, ladies. And she knows exactly what you're talking about. But Brian's comment, Sean was an auto mechanic, huge tool chest, spot on. He called me bro. He was younger by 3 years. He had metastatic cancer to the brain. Yes, I left to stay in Arizona. Was my mother spot on? She was a nurse in World War II and was a nurse at the Battle of the Bulge. He's impressed.
Wow.
Which you guys hit on sometimes. It's mind blowing for me. And I'm not just saying it because I'm on the show. I'm saying that because when the stuff comes up, occasionally I can listen to everything that's going on, and it's just like, wow, stuff just kind of whacks me in the side of the head, and you're like, man, did I really miss something there? So it's just, spot on, ladies. So just to give you those things, and I try to get to these comments. And like I said, unfortunately, we had a little conversation going on in the comments there. And we lost some of these things. So I'm really trying to go back and find out who.
Maybe to adopt Pam's system.
No, I used to use a pen and paper, but the problem is we have to write down every one of the questions, and we can't post them like we're doing
Hannah
here.
didn't just write down questions. She had a notebook to write stuff down. She took photos on her phone, and she had a computer going. But she didn't have the system that
multiple computers. I can now stream to the 55-inch TV in front of me, the other monitor to the other side of the room. Yeah, we're not going to go there.
Emily worked on like the corner of my desk here, so it's she didn't have like this really cool workstation that you have.
Okay,
love you.
Mm-hmm. She didn't have somebody else blowing up my phone. Monday.
Well, I mean,
so from Nina, anyone coming through for me tonight?
Hi, Nina.
Oh, hi, Nina. Oh, goodness.
So for me, because I already was pulling the cards before you popped on. Christy, you can confirm or deny. You're getting the yes. So I feel like if you're thinking about something, you're getting the hell yes, do it. But it's also like divine timing. Like a lot of people are getting this card where like scenes are unfolded like behind the scenes. So it's like, yes, but also if there's delay, it's happening, you know what I mean? In the right timing, in the right way. So if it doesn't happen instantly, no, that's okay. But ultimately, it's like you are too serious right now and not focusing on as much of having fun and following what makes you happy. That card came in reversed for you. So just focusing on what makes you happy. Yes.
No, please finish because I'm going to.
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay, so as she was talking, I was writing, your spirit guides showed me my symbol of when I see shoes, like on a shoe rack, a big high shoe rack, and it's full of shoes. That's my symbol that tells me that somebody shops too much and spends too much money.
Ooh.
You're doing a little too much about what makes you happy, and they want you to curb that and start watching your finances. I don't feel like you're in a bad situation financially. What they're showing me is you need to take a step back and refigure everything and really start taking different things seriously and realizing that you can't always be spending. Even if it's a good deal, that $5.99 sale is still $5 you could put in the bank. And then now they're showing me like a refrigerator. You could connect to that literally, but a lot of times, like what I feel like they're doing is comparing right now, saying with what you have already saved, I feel like it's just a little bit. You don't want something major to hit, like a new appliance or a hot water tank or a furnace or something major, an expensive car repair that you have to pull from that savings from. So either have a savings that you don't ever touch and then a separate one for big issues that you can pull from, or just make sure your savings in general is, substantial enough where you can be in a position not to have to worry when something hits, especially because we all know those kinds of things happen out of nowhere. Like my stove is, how old are Billy and Abby? 21 and 22 now. Like I got my stove when they were like 8. So I'm now waiting for it to go. So it's like one of those things where I just said the other day, oh, hey, we're probably going to be getting one of those soon. I can tell with the way it's working. So you don't want it to come out of nowhere and then be suffering because of that. So even though it seems like it's just a little bit and it gives you that thrill in the moment and that good feeling of, that rush in the moment, you don't realize how much you could be putting in the bank, and every little bit's going to help you right now. So just focus more on that. Okay. So yeah.
And also I feel like there's so much to be happy about, like that doesn't involve money. So this could also be going off of that. What truly brings you joy that doesn't even cost a penny, thinking of that, like making a list.
I agree. I like that. Mm-hmm. So thank you for your question. So I think we'll just take a few more. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get tired.
Yeah, I'm a little tired. My ear pods are actually like crap.
Yeah. I know Mike is probably ready to die. So we got to cut him some slack too.
It's time for a new ice pack. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, be careful because last time you mentioned something that she could give you, something came whipping at your head. So
Ooh, yeah, but an ice pack would feel good whipped at your
These
head.
are soft.
yeah, but not if it hits him in the head first.
Yeah, well, I'm ugly enough. Another hit to the face ain't gonna hurt. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
For Andrew, anything for me?
Hi, Andrew.
Hi.
And folks, I'm still pulling from questions from the 8 o'clock hour, so that's why you may not have seen him. And again, we were coming from 8 different locations. We're down to 7 with WLFE turned off. So trying to get to everybody. We're going to take 1 or 2 more. So.
I feel like I need to say to you, you're out of the country, stay out of the country. God, I hope that makes sense. You're out of the country, stay out of the country. It's no good for you here. There's nothing here for you. You're doing the right thing. You're questioning and you're doubting, and you probably should with the way everything's been going. But you still can't put your thumb on something, and it's because you really are where you're supposed to be. You just don't have the answers yet, and that scares the hell out of you, and that's okay. But you have to follow your gut because deep down you know that whatever it was you did, you made this move and you made these choices, and you did the right thing. It doesn't always just happen quickly or happen right away. Do something, right? So, or make a change. I'm being told you put a lot on the line to do what you did. Don't go back. You'll regret it the rest of your life. Things are about to kind of like open up for you and kind of flourish out of nowhere. So be patient.
You got the divine timing card again. So that totally resonates with don't make a hasty decision. Things behind the scenes. Your guides are with you. Talk to your guides. They're constantly with you. And you also got study and learning, but reversed. So I'm almost wondering if this has anything to do with school. I don't know, if that means you're going to school out of the country or vice versa. But so basically it seems like you are thinking of making a change. And it's almost like, don't, if that makes sense, right? Is that how you were feeling? So if you're going to school and you were like, ooh, maybe I should stop, just keep going. Don't, you're going to regret it, or vice versa, if that makes sense. Should I go back to school, but you're on the cusp of something here? It's don't buffer, don't delay, don't turn away. Don't use it as an excuse, if that makes sense. But if school is what you're doing now, stick with it.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is from Christine. My fiance passed a year ago in August. My son sees him around him and he talks to him. Is this scaring my son? Can you maybe help me explain this? Is there a message I can relay?
Treat it like stranger danger. Hi, Christine. Treat it like stranger danger. Explain to him that things that bother him, he has the power to say no or to tell people to go away. Your son is actually very gifted, but he is going to shut it down and he's not going to revisit it until later in life, until he's an adult, a grown man. He has got to go through some experiences in his life in order to put him on the right path when he opens up to these gifts again. But when he does, he's going to come out swinging and he's going to be, I see a knight and I see a sword and I see he's going to come out more than on top and he's going to be more than ready. But if he doesn't learn a little bit of control now and learn not to be afraid of it now, then it will be different for him. This is going to empower him. This simple thing you're going to do to help him now is going to empower him for later. I don't necessarily always think that who he's seeing is your fiance either. So I really feel like, and this kind of goes against everything I teach and everything I believe, but it's not for the wrong reasons. He needs to shut it down so he can go through the things in life he needs to learn the lessons he has to achieve the things he needs to, so he can be what and who he's supposed to. Because when he breaks open, he's going to come out swinging, and it has to be that way. Who he is deep down inside, these gifts will always help him to get through to that point where he can be open about it again. But right now he needs to pull it back. And when the time is right, he'll bust out. He'll be around 30 when that happens, around the age of 30, 31.
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing Jamie, so I don't know if that's your son or your fiance. But we also got, I just think this is so interesting. Like if you see, it's like a child with a backpack and Archangel Michael. It's kind of like he's looking down these two paths, right? And it's like there's that scary path, like the dark path, and then the path of light. It's not that he's doing anything wrong, but I'm just backing up what Christy said, where it's like it is scary. Like I know for sure that I blocked things out when I was younger. And I think she's spot on with stranger danger. I'm not feeling like it's coming from a bad place, but yeah, if it's not your fiance, he could be seeing other things. So it's very much like about it's okay to be able to shut it down for now and then come back when it's time. And you also got some really nice material needs being met cards and things like that. So if you are feeling worried about that, do not worry.
Okay.
Awesome.
I didn't know if you had some more to add from that side.
When you shuffle, I'm not sure.
Well, I said we'd go, a few minutes over. We're almost 40 minutes over. So I hate to say that we missed a few questions. Lindsay, we appreciate you being with us tonight. It's always a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, we'll have to do this again for sure.
Yeah. No, this was fun, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to share space with you guys. Need to be around my friends still. So.
Yes.
Don't we all?
Well, you guys, our fans, our audience, I mean, this is what's kept me going, being, like you said, in my cocoon, locked in this house with my ice packs for the last 2.5 months, which is almost impossible for me and for my family that's got to put up with me being locked in the house. So I appreciate you coming on and helping us tonight. The fans, again, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. And I'm sorry if we missed a couple of questions.
Wish we could get to everybody.
Yeah. And we'll try. And if you got a big life-changing question that's out there, Christy and Lindsay do private message, appointments. So reach out to them on their private business pages. And it's not a business plug, but sometimes these venues, and if anything I've learned doing this for the last, what are we at? 10 months of doing this. The messages, when they got to come up, they're going to come up in that feed. It's really weird. There have been one or two I didn't even see pop up that they were there. Like I'd gone through that scene. I write down the times, and I got multiple sheets of post-it notes.
We're going to invest in some notepads and give that to you for Christmas.
Yeah. My monitor went down, so I went to paper tonight.
Wow.
Because I like to know who's here and where you guys are coming from. Those demographics are important to me. But but thank you, Lindsay, for being with us tonight. So
Thank
anything from the two of you as we roll out the last few minutes here and I get the banners and all that close up stuff?
Just wanted, I just want to put it out there. We have a full schedule going into a couple weeks into December. So we're really excited. We have still can't announce that one yet. We got to wait a little longer, but oh my God, I'm so excited. But in the meantime, we have some awesome guests too. We have Jimmy and Diane Trick next week.
Goosebumps Paranormal.
Can't wait. This is going to be a fun one. And then we have Don. Okay, I'm going to mess up his last name. D. Cristoforono. Yeah. Sorry, Don. I love you. I'm sorry. I butchered your last name. He is going to come on and we're going to talk all about the USS Salem and everything that they do and all the experiences and everything and the history of the USS Salem ship. And that's going to be amazing. That's the ship we keep trying to get to. And
trying COVID and surgeries and multiple hernias have kept me from going to Massachusetts.
Yeah. So we can't get to him. So we're going to bring him to us at least for now until we can get there. So Don's a great guy. I can't wait to talk to him. And then the following week, we have Mark Keys from Pennsylvania Paranormal Association. And he's pretty cool. He is, he's actually,
retired law enforcement.
That's his background. Yes.
Yeah.
With law enforcement, with paranormal investigations. He's written books.
Travel Channel,
all over Travel Channel, as yes, he is. All the different shows that are out there.
And that's the same thing with Tricks. We're going to be able to talk Goosebumps. Yes. They got to be on Josh Gage's show. They've been on quite a few different things. They've got some really big projects coming out. They're ghost people, they're Bigfoot people, UFOs, you name it. They've done it. They've got
different things. That's so
groups
fun.
in PA, and I think the other one's in Michigan or something like that. I have to look at my notes, but they're wonderful, wonderful people. So
that's awesome.
Again,
yes, we're excited. We have other people coming up too, and we'll announce those as we get closer. But and you never know. I mean,
the November one.
The November, can't wait. And I'm sure we may sneak another.
You like to cook? It'll be a cool spirits and cooking. Spirits and cooking. That's all I'm gonna say.
Stop it! You're gonna get so excited, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, I'll just have to go message him on the West Coast. It'll work out. So
yeah, that's gonna be a good one. So yeah. So other than that, it's been a pleasure again, Lindsay and Amico from Picture Perfect Mind and Rock Your Fear. Thank you so much. We love you to death.
Thank
you did
you.
A fantastic job. It was my pleasure. Very much.
Right.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. As always, we can't do what we do without you, and we truly appreciate all of you. And until next week, stay safe and sample on.
Yep. Okay, guys. See ya.
Bye, everyone.